About last night. This is the story for me. Like, this is all that I really love the most about it.
Yeah, for the first time ever.
Yeah. So give me your day one impressions. Right.
Me first before beauty. True.
Wow.
No argument.
Because like even with this phone, it's the same design since the 7, but it doesn't explode this time and it has better features. So I think like that's what helps.
Follow you on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have the floor right now, bro.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm a photographer. You can follow me at Andy Rockhampton. So it's ANDYROCKHAMPTON. But yeah, I take photos. I've shot for a lot of different places: Billboard, Vice, Wilhelmina, a lot of different places. So
nice.
Find me on there, and if you want good barbecue and you're in Williamsburg, you can order food from Mabel's Smokehouse. So
awesome.
I'm excited to try this. It's my first time actually having Mabel's.
Oh really? Yeah.
I've heard of Mabel's.
I have it every day. So yeah.
Oh, I'm super excited.
Every day, and I still do.
Yeah, I still do it.
I'm super excited now. I've totally heard of this place.
Thank you. I know my angles.
It's a good angle. Sure, combination.
Hello, darlings. All right. That happened immediately.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey. They have open coffee. Get in here. Oh my god.
I love watered down coffee.
That's great. And then you get more.
Nothing like a little bit of New York rain.
Volume versus flavor, that's what I said.
Recorded the first episode of the Tech and Tea podcast, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Just here at Tea Drunk in Manhattan, basically in the East Village, right next to St. Mark's. This place is awesome. Traditional tea ceremonies, Chinese tea ceremonies, and the process by which they make the teas is very different from what we're used to. So this was a very interesting experience. All right, so just so you know, some of the shots in the front-facing camera are being done using like clip-on wide lens because I just need a wider angle. It just works out a lot better. And as you saw in a couple of the clips, it's a little bit tight, so that's why I'm using this. It's still chugging along just fine. I use it a number of different times with the S Pen. I set it up over on the side on my Gorilla Pod. Just double tap on the S Pen, and it was starting to record video, which is great. But yeah, overall, I'm still having a great time with the phone. And to be honest, like I said earlier, the pop socket makes all of the difference in terms of handling because this phone is still pretty big. But all of the things but all of the stuff that's included with the phone has a usage, and I think that's the number one thing that is great about the Note 9. The S Pen, usually with other Samsung Note devices, ends up staying in the phone. Here, I'm making the effort to use it every time because it's literally that useful. Running around New York, mainly the Chinatown and Little Italy areas, and yeah, having some fun just sort of exploring the city. Thankfully it hasn't rained that much again either, but we're actually going to go for dinner right now with a bunch of our buddies, so you're going to be seeing that in a little bit. Hopefully you've been enjoying this vlog. I just have to rely on the wide angle attachment or clip-on lens for this because look, it just looks way better. I wish wide angle was more of a thing, but that's not going to be the case with the Galaxy Note 9. Probably no Galaxy device is ever going to have a wide angle lens because they want that zoom capability and that portrait mode.
It's more the drip of the
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
It's a good thing also in the frame.
Alright, I see Notch. Go ahead.
Morning in New York City. Out to get a little bit of coffee before we head off to our airports, respective airports, not the same ones. As far as the experience has been on the phone thus far, I am really enjoying it. Everything is so reliable, and this really seems like the phone that is made for someone who literally wants every single spec possible. There's the cooling in the processor, there's the really big battery, the S Pen, a remote shutter button. So it's looking like the kind of phone that is somewhat justified by its super high price point, but that's only if you're looking for all of those features in the phone to begin with. This is an odd song to hear first thing in the morning. It's always hard to leave New York City, but I'm glad I'm missing this rain. There were some flash floods as you saw earlier in the video, and there's one happening again right now as I'm departing from JFK. Also, I hope that you enjoyed this look at New York. I hope I captured it at least a little bit in this vlogging with a smartphone segment using the Note 9. Now, I did focus on vlogging with the phone for this segment, so you didn't really see too many fancy B-roll shots of the phone, but that's going to come in my final review. My final thoughts are coming in about a week. I did want to share a couple of final takeaways though. I do enjoy using this phone very much, and the experience on it is still very similar to that of the Note 8. So if you have that phone, I'm still on the fence on whether or not you should upgrade, especially considering the amount of money you might end up paying for this premium device. But that said, it's clearly a phone that is made for everybody. There is just a little bit for every single type of person, and I'm going to explore exactly who this phone is for, what different archetype of person this phone might fit for, and the power user is definitely on that list. Speaking of which, when it comes to the battery life, I have been able to get some pretty good battery life out of this. Yesterday in particular, when I was using the camera a lot for the main vlogging portion, I used it for about 90 minutes total, at least that's what the battery usage area said, but the screen on time was still about 5 hours. So take that for what you will. When it comes to very heavy usage, you might get less, and definitely those casual users who are just using the phone for more casual tasks will get a lot more battery life out of it. But as far as yesterday is concerned, this did a pretty good job. So stay tuned for all of the coverage from the Unpacked event and the different products that Samsung announced last week on my channel by subscribing to it and hitting that bell on the side so you can tell whenever I put up a video. I put up a lot of different things here on my channel. Let me know what you think about the Galaxy Note 9, even in this preliminary look before I do my full review in about a week, and get into the comment sections down below so we can start off that conversation. Otherwise, drop some likes on this video and share it out if you liked how I vlogged with the smartphone and you want to share with other people what the Note 9 is capable of in this particular situation. After that, I'm going to go ahead and just remind you to enjoy your tea, everybody.